Paul Sean loved noisy parties. His apartment was constantly filled with laughter, music, and the voices of guests. But for a little kitten named Amber, these days became a real nightmare. He had arrived in the house recently, skinny, trembling, with huge frightened eyes. Paul had found him near the trash bins, taken pity on him, brought him home, and fed him. At first, the kitten just tried to adjust, timidly hiding behind the sofa. But then he found the perfect refuge, the narrow space under the bed. It was dark, quiet, and safe there. But when guests came over, the safety disappeared. Loud laughter, stomping, unfamiliar smells. All of this made Amber press himself to the floor, freeze, and even breathe as quietly as possible. Sometimes, someone would bend down to peek under the bed, and then the kitten's heart would race wildly, his paws growing damp with cold sweat. "Paul, where's your new pet?" the guests would ask. Hiding somewhere, the owner would brush them off. He had no idea how terrified the kitten really was. Weeks passed. Amber grew thinner, ate poorly, and whenever voices filled the apartment again, he would crawl as far under the bed as possible. His tiny body trembled, and one thought circled in his mind. A little more, and I won't be able to take it. One evening, after the guests had left, Paul finally noticed that the food bowl remained untouched. He knelt down, looked under the bed, and saw two eyes burning with fear. "Amber?" he called softly. The kitten didn't move, so Paul lay down on the floor, reached out his hand, and very slowly, very gently stroked the trembling back. "It's okay, little one." Amber froze. The touch was warm, the voice, soft. For the first time in a long while, someone spoke to him so kindly. Before the next party, Paul warned the guests, "Quiet, please. The kitten is scared of noise." He placed a food bowl in the far room, laid out a soft blanket, and left the door slightly ajar, just in case Amber wanted to hide there. Time passed. One day, when guests gathered at Paul's again, a little face peeked out from behind the sofa. Amber no longer trembled. Slowly, cautiously, he approached his owner, jumped onto his lap, and nuzzled his palm. Paul smiled and whispered, "Good job." And this time, the guest spoke just a little quieter.